third session, and our speaker is Dr. Hardeep Singh, senior academician, researcher, author, orator, mentor, motivational speaker, and life coach. He is having 20 years of total experience. Is a life member of various international bodies like IAEA, CSI, ISCSIT, IEDRC, IFRSA, ISTD. He has been honored as a patron member by World Academic Industry Research Collaboration Organization for the period of lifetime. His profile has been published in World Book of Researchers 2018 at Oxford, United Kingdom. He has been esteemed to address various conferences as keynote speaker. To his credit go 41 international conferences, 36 national conferences, 11 UGC seminars, and 100 plus webinars, workshops, FDPs, and EDPs. 20 plus awards, 30 plus professional memberships, 4 books, 5 anthology books. He has presented 100 plus research papers, articles. He has published 100 plus research papers in conference proceedings and journals of national international fame under tag of publishers of well reputed like Elsevier, Scopus, IEE, and Springer, etc. He has guided 100 plus projects to the students of BTech and MBA. He has also guided MTech and PhD candidates for writing and publication of research papers. His latest book, co-authored by Professor J.S. Jogi and Dr. D.P. Godari, a well-known scientist and educationalist, named as Written and Oral Technical Communication Skills for Engineers of Scientists, is available in 8 foreign languages. We are very glad to have you, sir. Now the session is yours.
वीडियो कॉल की किसी बंद कर तो बोल देनी और मुझे पता नहीं कैसे करते हैं.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, first of all, I would like to thank for inviting me on this platform for this invited talk. Today, the title of my talk is Soft Skills for Effective Teaching and Classroom Management. So, as Ben Franklin has very well said, tell me and I will forget. Teach me, I will remember. Involve me and I will learn. Very well said that to do effective teaching, to make the students learn effectively, we need to involve them. If we will tell them, they will forget. If we will teach them, they will remember. If we will involve them practically, they will learn it. So, soft skills, what are soft skills? Soft skills refer to personality traits, social graces, facility with language, personal habits, friendliness, and optimism that mark people to varying degrees. It complements hard skills, which are technical requirement of a job. It can also be an important part of success of an organization, especially if organization is dealing customers face to face. So talking soft skills are very important part of our life. It may be our social life, it may be our professional life, it may be business life. So soft skills play a very important role. Today we are talking about the role of soft skills for effective teaching, how soft skills affect the teaching. Firstly, I have already mentioned the quote of Ben Franklin. Now, what is role of a teacher? I can't teach anybody. I think I can only make him think, because we are learner whole of our life. We learn every time, every moment. We can even learn from our students. So the teacher, effective teacher says, I can't teach anybody anything. I can make him think. When one starts thinking, creative thinking comes, that that students become a effective student, an intelligent student, and you can say performer. What are requirements of effective teaching? Planning and preparation. The lecture you are going to deliver in the class, or the topic that you are going to address the students, that should be well planned and it should be well prepared. If you go without planning or without preparation, you are not able to deliver what you want to deliver to the students and what are the students are expecting from you. You are unable to do that. So the much most effective requirement, that is planning and preparation. Second comes innovation and creativity. There should be creativity in your lecture, in the topic that you are going to address the students, because the thing, the matter that is written in the books, written on the websites, that is already available now. The students, they are very IT friendly and they can read it out from the book and everything. There should be something creative on your lecture. You should be innovative. Then zeal and sincerity. There should be sincerity in you also, and passion. Passion is very important thing. Passion is interest, that you do anything from your heart without any, you can say, any greed. There should be passion of teaching in you. Only when you are passionate, it makes you a effective teacher. And above all, communicative competence. There should be a communicative competence. You should be a good communicator. Your speaking skills, listening skills, writing skills, everything should be very good, very excellent, so as to deliver what you want to deliver to the students at what the students need to become an excellent performer. So competitive competence is above all. It is very, you can say, it is one of the important requirements for effective teaching. Teaching has to be a dialogue, not a monologue. I already talked to you in the firstly, that when we involve the student, then he learns. So the lecture should be interactive. You have to interact with the students. Students have to participate. When students starts participant with you, starts asking questions, uh, involving in your lecture, it becomes an effective teaching and effective learning. So teaching has to be a dialogue, not a monologue. This would mean we should have patience toward questions, no matter how silly they are. Those who are successful in these respects alone can become good teachers at this stage. So we should not get angry, we should not get annoyed with the students, that what type of questions they are asking. You should know how to handle the queries. You should have good knowledge about the thing that you are teaching. I have already told planning and preparation. This is a part of planning. When you have planned your lecture, you have prepared it in a good manner, then any question anybody asks, it is a silly question or non-silly question, it is a wise question, you are able to entertain that student in a good manner and answer his query and satisfy that candidate. Then you become an effective teacher, a good teacher. Various aspects of soft skills, I already talked. Effective communication skills, it may be reading, it may be writing, it may be speaking, it may be listening. Every communication skill should be effective. Then your attitude, you should have a positive attitude, adaptability, teamwork, conflict management. That there, you should know how to manage the conflict. If the student is asking a silly question, he is making you annoyed, and you are getting angry, you are getting annoyed, then you are not doing your job in a good manner. So you should know how to manage the conflict. Conflict management is very much important. Then problem solving skills, leadership, time management, and culture and communication. These are the various aspects of the soft skills. Then comes, what are the teacher's role in shaping students' soft skills? Teacher as a trainer, teacher should be a good trainer. Then teacher should be good facilitator, and teacher should also act as counselor. They should be friendly with the students. They should know every point of the student, weakness of the students, strength of the students, what are the you can say weaknesses of the students. Teacher should talk according to that, and teacher plays a very important role in shaping the students. What are components of effective teaching? Thorough knowledge of subject. This all comes in planning and preparation. When you have planned your lecture, you are preparing your lecture, then you will have thorough knowledge of the subject, and you will be able to effectively deliver that lecture. That comes under effective delivery. When you have effectively delivered, you have thorough knowledge of the subject, you can answer any question, any query of the student, and you will be able to satisfy the student. Your you can say your lecture should be interactive, two-way communication, that you are delivering the lecture to the student and students are interacting with you. They are clearing their confusions that they are finding, and they are interacting with you, and that makes it effective teaching and effective learning. And awareness of present day needs, this is very much important nowadays, that what components of effective teaching comes: awareness of present day needs. You have seen that COVID has passed last 2 years. In 2019, COVID came, but what the problem came in that time? What challenges were faced by the teachers and by the students also? That you should be aware about the present. What is the present day need? Present day needs is IT. You should be aware with the technology. Whether you are a teacher of, you can say, social studies, or you are a teacher of electronics and communication, computer science engineering, or you are a medical teacher, you should be aware about the present day needs. What happened in the COVID time, that there were many teachers who were arts teachers, humanity teachers, who had to do nothing with IT. They were unable to deliver their lectures, or they were unable to teach the students online through various IT platforms like Google Meet, Zoom, and everything. But there were many school teachers who were not aware about the IT, and who were unable to deliver the teachers, teach the students the subject matter. So you should be aware about the present day needs. Had their teachers aware about their needs, IT needs, they would able to deliver the lectures. Many teachers lost their jobs due to this thing. So an effective teacher should be aware about the present day needs, and he should be have full knowledge. These are the components of effective teaching. Then the point comes that effective teacher makes the students products. Our you can say country, our nation, for the development of a nation, it needs a skillful students, knowledge, students having good knowledge and having good ethics. Who can inculcate these things in the students? Only teacher. Effective teaching helps in doing this thing. So effective teacher minds in making products. I hope everybody needs what is a product. Product is that thing, that is the final, you can say, final thing of any industry, that is that goes into the market, and its branding is done. There is a brand ambassador, and you can say people buy it, seeing on its what are its features. So effective teacher make the student a product that is having good, you can say, features. So what are the good student products? You can say communication skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing, time management, professional ethics. These are the few features of a good student, of a good product, that will help in the development of a nation. Then listening skills, 60 to 70% of time is spent in listening. I would like to differentiate between, there are two things, hearing and listening. Both come same meaning, but there is a little different. What is hearing and what is listening? Hearing is a physiological activity, while listening is a mental one. Hearing requires no conscious effort. Any sound comes, anything comes, we are hearing. And when we are listening, when we are hearing something with good attention, with full mental concentration, that comes listening. And in effective teaching and in effective listening, listening skills play a very important role. Then comes perceptive listening. Perceptive listening is a conscious cognitive effort involving primarily the sense of hearing, reinforced by other senses and leading to understanding. When perceptive listening is inspired by a sincere desire to understand, it becomes more than a sensory process. It is an attitude well expressed as a listening spirit. What are the factors that are affecting the listening? prejudging. First factor is prejudging. What is prejudging? Form a judgment on an issue or person prematurely and without having adequate information. Prejudging, then ambiguity, something that can be understood in more than one way. That is also a factor that affects listening. And illusion, a false idea, belief, or impression, and rigidity that also affects the effective listening. Then comes, the title of the talk was classroom management. What is classroom management? How can we manage a class? Classroom management is not a discipline. Discipline plans have rules. Class management plans have procedures that we have to follow to make every candidate, every student listen to your lecture and interact with the teacher. A procedure is a method or process for getting things done. Procedure simplifies the task of succeeding at school. No learning takes place when you discipline. Learning takes place only when a student is at work. Again, that thing comes that involve the student in your teaching process and make it practical. And when practical comes, then students surely learn. Learning takes place only when a student is at work. Then comes, we are talking about teaching, learning. Who is the effective teacher? How can we see that teacher is effective or not? An effective teacher uses effective practices focused on student achievement. He is an innovative planner and exceptional classroom manager. He is a critical thinker and competent problem solver. Represents the greatest asset of a school. So effective teacher is a critical thinker. He is an innovative planner and he is focused on the students' achievements. Effective teachers are always ready. They have the room ready, classroom ready, positive work environment. That is work environment, work oriented. They have the work ready, desks, books, papers, assignments, materials, everything they have ready every time. Effective teachers. Effective teachers have themselves ready, warm, positive attitude and positive expectations. These are the qualities of an effective teacher. Then one thing more comes, stand in the shoes of activity with your group, stand in the shoes of a person you have assigned. This is that an effective teacher has to stand in the shoes of a student, that the assignment he has given to the student, given to the candidates, to his class students, that should be a, you can say, the assignment you are giving or the task that you are giving to the students, that should be possible according to them, and the work that cannot be done, that should not be given in the assignments. The point comes that you should stand in the shoes of the student. You should know that what is the requirement, what he can do and what he cannot do, and this is the main point. Then comes continuous improvement, classroom and individual mission statements, then classroom and individual measurable goals. This help in continuous improvement. Then student created ground rules, classroom data center, student data folders, student led conferences, and quality tools and PDSA. PDSA is a very good formula for continuous improvement: plan, do, study, and act. Then lastly, I would like to give some tips for effective teaching: making adequate use of aids. It may be digital aid or any aid. Then you can say creating a rapport with the help of effective eye control and adequate use of voice. The eye control, you can say eye communication, eye to eye communication with the students helps, plays a very important role in effective teaching. Then making use of tags and simple questions, situating relevant humor, personalized certain examples. Examples are very important, you can say important way to make the student understand the concept. You should give live examples to the students that they face in daily life, they see in their daily life, social life. Such type of examples should be quoted with the students so that student may understand what you are going to deliver them, what you are going to let them know. Then exemplifying more than theorizing, we should that again point that I have repeated so many times, that you should concentrate on practical work rather than theory work. Theory is okay, you have to study the theory, tell the theory to know the real concept, but after that we should concentrate on practical. Then show eagerness to take questions, avoiding insulting remarks. That you should be you that the effective teacher should show the eagerness to take the questions. Students should you should give time to the students to ask questions, and you should give them time to solve their queries. That are tips for effective, you can say, teaching. And lastly, I would like to come to the conclusion that soft skills play a very important role for effective teaching and classroom management. And once again, I would like to thank Dr. Frank Josin for inviting me in this platform for this invited talk. Any queries from any candidate, you are welcome on this platform.
No, good afternoon from Ghana. My name is Harun Ibrahim. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your presentation. Quite elaborative, but very concise too. Yes. You made mention of listening skills,
Yes.
which forms about 60 to 70%. And you
Yes.
said the difference between hearing and listening is hearing is more physiological and listening is more mental. Then you made
Yes.
mention of perspective listening,
Yes.
which is inspired by the desire of the students. Okay, so let's take this scenario. You have two types of students in your class:
Yes.
students who listen and students who hear. With your experience in teaching in a classroom management, which of these students will be excellent to follow simple rules and regulations?
Can you please repeat your last line?
I said you made mention of listening and
Yes.
hearing. Then
I
I said,
got that.
assuming,
You have talked about two types of students. One who are
oh,
not
okay,
listening. One.
yes,
Yes. Yes.
yeah. So I'm saying that assuming you have two types of students, those that listen and those that hear, which
Yes.
of these students, yes, which of these students will be so excellent who will follow simple rules and regulation in your class?
Students who are listening, they are really sincere students, and they are the excellent students. Students who are hearing, they are only sitting for your for the attendance sake. So one thing more I would like to add, that your teaching should be so much effective that students who sit in the class for hearing, they should start listening. You should make your lecture interesting, interactive. You should add something innovative, something apart from the book. Why the students start hearing than listening? Because you are talk when you talk about bookish matter, you do not talk anything extra from the book. When you will add something new, add something innovative with your creative mind, then the students who are hearing, they will also start listening, and the students who listen, they perform excellent.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for very informative session. Dear participants, we are winding up today's second day of this international workshop. We are winding up.